Red snapper is a fish with high economic value. Commonly caught by many different methods depending on the sea area and scale of exploitation. One of the most effective ways to catch red snapper is to use gill nets, purse seines or hand lines. Fishermen often go out to sea at night, when the fish are active, to drop nets or bait. If using gill nets, the net is dropped into the water and waits for the fish to get caught in the mesh. For the fishing method, fishermen use live bait or fake bait to attract fish. In addition, trawling is also used to catch red snapper on the bottom. But this method can affect the marine ecosystem. To protect aquatic resources, catching red snapper must comply with regulations on minimum fish size, fishing season and limiting the use of destructive fishing methods. In addition to traditional methods, many fishermen today also apply modern technology to improve the efficiency of catching red snapper. GPS positioning systems and fish finders help pinpoint the location of fish schools, reducing search time. Some large fishing vessels also use lighted purse seines to attract fish at night, thereby increasing catch. However, due to the increasing demand for red snapper, the risk of overexploitation is also increasing, threatening natural resources. Therefore, many countries have issued strict regulations on fishing quotas, protecting breeding areas and encouraging red snapper farming to replace natural exploitation. This not only helps maintain the sustainable development of the fisheries industry but also contributes to protecting the marine environment. In addition to measures to manage red snapper resources, raising fishermen's awareness of sustainable exploitation also plays an important role. Authorities and environmental protection organizations often organize training programs, instructing fishermen to apply environmentally friendly fishing methods, avoiding the use of explosives, electric shocks or toxic chemicals that affect the marine ecosystem. In addition, the model of raising red snapper in cages or ponds is increasingly developed, helping to reduce pressure on natural fish resources. Many red snapper farms use modern technology such as water circulation systems and feed quality control, helping fish grow well and ensuring food safety. The combination of reasonable fishing and controlled farming not only meets consumption needs but also contributes to protecting the marine ecosystem and aquatic resources in the future. In addition, to improve economic efficiency from red snapper exploitation, many localities also invest in the post-harvest value chain. Red snapper after being caught is refrigerated on board to maintain freshness before being transported to shore. At fishing ports, snapper is classified by size and quality to supply to many different markets, from domestic consumption to export. In addition to fresh consumption, snapper is also processed into many value-added products such as frozen fillets, dried fish, fish cakes or canned food. Thanks to modern processing technology, snapper products are increasingly diverse and meet the needs of both domestic and international markets. However, to ensure the sustainability of the snapper fishing industry, close coordination between fishermen, businesses and the government is essential. Implementing policies to protect aquatic resources, developing fishing and farming technology, as well as expanding consumption markets will help the snapper fishing industry develop in a long-term direction, bringing economic benefits and effectively protecting the marine environment to continue to maintain and develop the red snapper fishery in a sustainable manner. Another important factor is to improve research and monitoring. Authorities and research institutes need to conduct regular surveys of red snapper populations, monitor changes in ecological conditions and assess the impacts of fishing activities. These studies will help to make appropriate policy recommendations based on real data to adjust protection and management measures more effectively. In addition, strengthening international cooperation in the management of fishery resources is also an important factor. Countries with adjacent waters or sharing the same fishery resources need to coordinate in establishing conservation areas, limiting fishing during the spawning season, and agreeing on regulations on fish size and catch quotas. Sharing information and management experiences will help countries in the region ensure the long-term development of the fisheries sector. In addition, applying sustainable methods of red snapper farming is also a long-term solution to meet market demand without putting pressure on wild fish resources. Advanced farming technology such as closed cage farming helps control water quality, feed and minimize negative impacts on the marine environment. At the same time, improvements in quality management and food safety will also help increase the value of red snapper products, expand export markets and ensure public health. Thus, the combination of scientific research, modern technology and cooperation between stakeholders will create a sustainable red snapper fishing industry, contributing to the protection of marine ecosystems and long-term economic development for fishing communities and businesses in the fisheries industry. In addition to scientific and technological solutions, raising public awareness about protecting red snapper resources also plays an important role. Education and propaganda programs need to be promoted to help fishermen understand the importance of sustainable fishing, limiting the capture of young fish, avoiding fishing during the spawning season and using environmentally friendly fishing methods. When the fishing community is aware and acts properly, the red snapper resource will be maintained stably and sustainably. In addition, support policies from the state and international organizations also contribute positively to the development of the red snapper fishing industry in a sustainable direction. The government can introduce policies to encourage career conversion for fishermen, support preferential loans for alternative red snapper farming models, or invest in post-harvest preservation and plant processing infrastructure. This will not only help fishermen have a stable income but also protect marine resources from the risk of overexploitation. In addition, building and expanding the consumption market is also a key factor. Enterprises need to improve product quality, apply international standards on food safety and environmental sustainability to increase competitiveness in the international market. A clean snapper brand, with a clear origin and sustainably exploited or farmed, will help expand output, bringing higher economic value to the seafood industry. In short, to ensure the long-term development of snapper resources, there needs to be a close combination of management policies, modern technology, community awareness and market strategy. When all these factors are implemented synchronously, the snapper exploitation and farming industry will not only bring economic benefits but also contribute to environmental protection and maintaining marine resources for future generations in addition to management and sustainable development measures. International cooperation also plays an important role in the red snapper fishing industry. Many coastal countries have established cooperative agreements on the exploitation and conservation of fishery resources. Helping to control red snapper fishing in shared waters, limit overexploitation, and ensure natural fish stocks are regenerated. Participation in international organizations such as the FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, or ocean protection programs helps raise awareness and apply sustainable fishing standards. In addition, monitoring and traceability technology is widely used to control the quality and legality of red snapper products. Satellite monitoring systems and electronic logbooks help track fishing vessel activities, ensuring fishing is in compliance with regulations and does not encroach on restricted waters. Meanwhile, blockchain technology helps trace the origin of red snapper from exploitation to consumption, creating trust for buyers and increasing product value in the international market. In addition to protection and reasonable exploitation, developing tourism combined with red snapper fishing is also a potential direction. Some sea areas can organize experiential tours with fishermen, allowing tourists to participate in the fishing process and enjoy fresh seafood right on the boat. This model not only helps increase fishermen's income but also contributes to promoting island culture and raising awareness of marine environmental protection. In general, the red snapper fishing industry can develop sustainably if there is a combination of technology, strict management, international cooperation, and innovative economic models. Balancing the exploitation and protection of aquatic resources not only helps maintain long-term fisheries but also contributes significantly to the development of the marine economy of many countries. In addition to technological and management solutions, improving the working conditions and living conditions of fishermen is also an important factor in the sustainable development of the red snapper fishing industry. Fishermen often face many difficulties such as harsh weather, high fuel costs and unstable consumption markets. Therefore, there is a need for specific support policies such as providing insurance for fishermen, fuel subsidies, and organizing training programs on labor safety as well as modern fishing techniques. In addition, the establishment of red snapper fishing cooperatives also brings many benefits. When participating in cooperatives, fishermen can share experiences, invest together in larger fishing vessels, more modern equipment and benefit from government support policies. This helps reduce operating costs, improve fishing efficiency and increase competitiveness in the market. In addition, developing direct consumption channels from fishermen to consumers also helps increase income for sea workers. The model of online fish markets, e-commerce platforms or clean food supply systems helps reduce dependence on traders, ensuring more stable and fair prices for fishermen. Finally, educating and training the younger generation in the fisheries industry is also very important to ensure the inheritance and development of the red snapper industry in the future. Many universities and vocational training centers have opened courses on sustainable aquaculture and fishing, helping to equip the new generation of fishermen with the necessary knowledge and skills. When there is a combination of tradition and modern technology, the red snapper fishing industry will not only survive but also develop more strongly, meeting the increasing demand of domestic and foreign markets in addition to improving the livelihoods of fishermen and optimizing fishing methods. Protecting the marine ecosystem is also an important factor in the sustainable development of the red snapper fishing industry. Overfishing can deplete red snapper populations, causing ecological imbalance and affecting many other marine species. Therefore, environmental protection measures, such as establishing marine reserves, applying catch quotas and controlling the minimum size of fish when harvested need to be strictly implemented. In addition, minimizing the negative impacts of fishing activities on the marine environment is also an issue of concern. Some fishing methods such as bottom trawling can damage coral reefs and seabed ecosystems. Therefore, it is necessary to encourage the use of more environmentally friendly fishing methods, such as handlines and large mesh gill nets to avoid catching juvenile fish and unwanted species. In addition, the problem of marine pollution caused by waste from fishing vessels also needs to be addressed. The dumping of torn nets, plastics and engine oil into the sea has a serious impact on the environment. Therefore, programs to collect waste at sea, recycle old fishing nets and properly treat waste on board need to be promoted. Finally, community participation and cooperation among stakeholders are important factors to ensure the sustainability of the red snapper fishing industry. When governments, fishermen, Businesses and environmental organizations work together to implement reasonable solutions. Red snapper resources are not only protected but also thrive, bringing long-term economic benefits and preserving the marine ecosystem for future generations. In addition to environmental management and protection measures, research and application of science and technology in the red snapper fishing industry also play an important role in improving efficiency and ensuring sustainability. Scientists are developing models to forecast fish stocks based on oceanographic data, helping fishermen determine when and where to fish effectively without depleting red snapper populations. In addition, modern fishing vessel technology with advanced cold storage systems helps maintain the freshness of fish immediately after catching, increasing commercial value and reducing production loss. Many fishing vessels now also apply automatic waste collection systems. Helping to limit marine pollution and contribute to environmental protection. Combining fishing with red snapper farming is also a potential direction to reduce pressure on natural fish resources. Red snapper farming technology in sea cages with automatic monitoring systems helps control water quality, diseases and nutrition, ensuring high-quality products that meet international standards. This not only helps increase output but also creates stable jobs for many fishermen who switch from fishing to farming. Finally, the seafood industry in general and red snapper fishing in particular need to be oriented towards a circular economy, which means making the most of resources without causing waste. Red snapper byproducts such as heads, bones and skin can be processed into fish oil, fish meal or collagen. Bringing higher economic value and minimizing environmental impact. By applying these solutions, the red snapper fishing industry will not only develop sustainably but also make an important contribution to the marine economy, ensuring aquatic resources for future generations in addition to applying technology to exploitation and farming. Building an effective supply chain is also an important factor in helping the red snapper industry develop sustainably. A well-organized supply chain will help reduce intermediate costs, ensure product quality and increase commercial value. Currently, red snapper is consumed in many forms such as fresh fish, frozen fish, fillets and processed products. To ensure high-quality products, a cold storage system is needed from fishing vessels to processing plants and retail points. Modern distribution centers with cold storage and fast transportation systems will help red snapper retain its freshness when it reaches consumers. In addition,